Welcome back to the Letterbox Podcast. Today's letter has been sent in by the wonderful Sophie. She's a wife and mum to 2 boys aged 8 and 6, and together they began their fostering journey last year. She told me that they recently began sharing their journey online because fostering is something that isn't always spoken about openly, and yet has such an important impact. She talks about how her boys have built an amazing bond with their foster daughter, and it's been really special to witness. Her hope is that this letter gives an honest glimpse into what fostering can look like and encourages more conversations about the children who are at the heart of it. So, let's read the letter. To anyone considering fostering. 7 months ago, a girl walked through our front door carrying so much more than the small bag she arrived with. Like so many foster carers, I'd completed the training, attended the meetings, read the books and listened to the advice. I thought I had a good understanding of what fostering would involve. But there are some things no amount of preparation can really teach you. Some things can only be learned by living them. I wish I'd known the hardest part wouldn't be the practical things. It wouldn't be the appointments, the paperwork, or the meetings. It'd be opening your heart to a child whose future you don't know. When our foster daughter arrived, we didn't know how long she would stay. We didn't know what her story would be, what she'd been through, or whether she would ever truly feel at home with us. We simply knew she needed a safe place to stay. I wish I'd known how quickly a stranger can become family. Not all at once, not in some magical movie moment, but slowly, through learning her favourite foods, celebrating her achievements and comforting her through her fears, through the thousands of tiny moments that quietly build a relationship. I wish I'd known that healing often looks ordinary. It's not always dramatic breakthroughs. Sometimes it's a child sleeping peacefully. Sometimes it's hearing laughter echo through your home. Sometimes it's a child beginning to trust that when you say you'll be there, you will still be there tomorrow. I wish I'd known how much you could love a child while carrying the uncertainty of not knowing whether they'll stay. And perhaps most of all, I wish I'd known how much courage children have. Our foster daughter has taught me more than I could ever teach her. She has shown us resilience, bravery, and a capacity for joy despite everything she has experienced. She has reminded us that children don't need perfect adults. They need adults who keep showing up. Recently, we received the news that she will be staying with us long term. There aren't really words for that moment. After months of uncertainty, of hoping, worrying, and wondering what the future would hold, the girl who has slowly woven herself into the fabric of our home wasn't going anywhere. The relief and joy was overwhelming. And if I'm honest, so was the gratitude. Gratitude that she felt safe here. Gratitude that we get to watch her grow. Gratitude that our sons get to continue building the close sibling bond they've created. Gratitude that what began as an open door has become a home. People often say that foster care has changed children's lives. But the truth is that children change ours too. Our home is louder now, messier too. There are more shoes by the front door, more personalities around the dinner table, and more love than I imagined possible. If I could go back and tell myself one thing before I started this journey, it would be this. Don't be afraid of loving wholeheartedly. Because fostering isn't about knowing how the story ends. It's about being willing to show up for every chapter. And sometimes, if you're lucky, those chapters become a part of your family's story forever. I just want to say a really big thank you to Sophie for sending that in and trusting us with such an honest, powerful reflection of her fostering journey. It takes real openness to share something so personal, and I'm so grateful that she's helping bring this important conversation to life. Fostering is something that sits at the very heart of families and communities, and stories like Sophie's remind us just how life-changing it can be. Not only for the children who need safety, stability and love, but for the carers and families who open their doors and hearts. It really does take courage, compassion and commitment, and it deserves to be talked about. So thank you again, Sophie, for helping shine a light on something so important. I've put a link to Sophie's social media page in the show description. So if you'd like to follow more of her fostering journey, which I really encourage you do, then make sure you go and follow her. If this episode resonated with you, please do share it. And if you have a letter of your own you'd like to send in, I would love to hear from you. Just get in touch via the details in the show notes. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And I'll see you next time on the Letterbox Podcast.